Hey guys, it's ShadowStables here, and I know I've kind of been dead for a while, other than posting that casting call for my new Breyer movie, Broken, but I have a lot of announcements to make that I apparently only announced on Instagram and not officially on YouTube, which that would be, I'm going to Breyerfest 2018. Now, I know you guys are probably tired of me not posting a lot, not having a lot of content, but things have just been really hectic lately, trying to prepare for college and finishing up my exams, actually today, believe it or not. And I'm going to try to post a lot more stuff sort of like this, like these vlog sort of things, and a lot more stuff. Broken, I wanted to have it finished before Breyerfest, but judging by everything I have to do, I have a lot of SAT and ACT prep and a lot of college prep coming up, and I don't know if I will have it finished before Breyerfest, but I will have a lot of short films and other like randomness videos and whatnot to come, because I've been watching a lot of those like spoof videos with animated characters voiced over by like other stupid scenes from other movies, and I'm going to try to do some of that with Breyers. And yeah, so I'll have a lot more stuff to come. I'll be posting probably regularly on weekends now, because I actually have my life together and a schedule put out for myself. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me, thank God. I feel really bad being absent all the time. If you want to see more content more often that's not YouTube, Instagram would be a great thing. You could find me on there. I do have a link to my Instagram in the description below. So I'll have a lot more photography and such posts. So yes, I am in fact going to Breyerfest 2018, and this time I will be going with my dad. Last time I went with my mom, and she actually had a general idea, like a better idea about the hobby than my dad does. Like, my mom actually managed to find me Pharaoh at the Clarion, who is one of my grails, and yeah, she just knew that because I talked about it a lot. Now, my dad, he doesn't know really anything about the hobby. He just, you know, I'm outside with my butt in the breeze filming plastic horses in the side yard, and, you know, he just laughs from a distance because he has no idea what's happening. But it's really funny because you'd think he would have a better idea, because he's kind of like me when it comes to cars, because he's really into cars, and he could tell you the model year and the exact paint color on any single car I can point out on the street. So he's kind of like cars like I am with Breyers, and I'd expect him to know more, but he does not, and I don't think he has any idea what he's gotten himself into volunteering to take me to the ultimate plastic horse convention. One good thing about taking my dad along is that he's not directionless like me and my mom are. Last time I went to Breyerfest was in 2014, and one night, I think it was Saturday night, we were trying to look for dinner, and we were gonna go somewhere for dinner, and I was gonna meet up with my friend who went with me. As you all know, her is Lightning Stables, and we got lost because we weren't using the GPS, we were just kind of rolling with it, and we took a wrong turn, and we ended up in the hood, and it was rather scary. So we turned around and headed back, and yeah, so that's great. At least my dad knows where he's going and doesn't usually need a GPS, so hopefully we don't get lost and end up out in the hood again. A lot of things have changed since Breyerfest 2014, which was the first and only year I ever went to Breyerfest, which is tragic, but I am poor and cannot afford to go a lot of the time. And I would have gone last year, but it was either Breyerfest or go to England, and truthfully, I would take England over Breyerfest any day, and that trip was fabulous. But back in 2014, when I first went, I only had like 40 subscribers on YouTube, and nobody really knew me, but I went with my friend who was Lightning Stables at the time, and of course, everybody knew her, and I was just like, hey, I'm her awkward friend. But yeah, so I've gotten a lot bigger since then, and I'll have a lot more people to meet, and a lot more people that I've met and have become a lot of friends with, like Snoopy is my horse, Hickory Run Stables, and a whole bunch of other people, as well as Stormy Strikes, and a lot of other people that I am really looking forward to meet. There's so many, and I've gotten to know a lot of them a lot better through Instagram. So I have a lot of things to look forward to, and a lot more people that I will know, so I won't be as sad and lonely as I was back in 2014. Since Breyerfest is a little bit over a month away, I decided I will let you guys in on my plans for Breyerfest. And I do have a lot of stuff planned, and, you know, with travel and everything else, but there was just one little thing that I just released recently on Instagram. I am bringing my Loki and Thor figures to Breyerfest and do a little thing with them called Loki and Thor's Road Trip to Breyerfest 2018. It will be a sort of kind of little Breyerfest vlog series from the perspectives of Loki and Thor, and I will be getting photos of them places as we travel to and from Breyerfest, as well as filming some of their shenanigans throughout the weekend. So if you do end up finding me at Breyerfest, which I hope that you do, you can get some photos with Loki and Thor with your model horses, and I will post them to Instagram as well and give you a little bit of a shout out. Now, regarding travel, I heard a lot of people are flying to Breyerfest. However, I will be driving I'll be driving up the Wednesday before, and I'm still not entirely sure what my dad has planned, if we're going to drive straight there on Wednesday from Florida, or we're going to stop midway. I have a feeling, knowing my dad, he's gonna do the one-day straight shot up to Kentucky, and it's going to be chaos and very exhausting. I will be staying at the Fairfield Inn & Suites, I believe. I did not, unfortunately, book my hotel in time, because I originally wanted to go and stay at the embassy, which I have a few friends staying there, so I was like, hey, that'd be cool, but we didn't decide quick enough that we were going to Breyerfest, so I didn't get to do that. But Fairfield Inn is very nice, and I think they have an indoor pool, and that is lovely. So, places you guys can find me at, I will be attending the YouTube meet at 3 p.m. on Saturday, as well as the Instagram meet at 6 p.m. on Friday at the Clarion. I did not attend either of these in 2014 because I was like really awkward and nobody really knew me, and I was kind of in the shadow of a lot of people, so I didn't really know what to do, and I just kind of hung around and watched the horses in the covered arena instead of going to the meets. But this time I will be attending them because I have a lot more people that I know, a lot of friends I like to meet, and it'll be fun. I'm sure it will be fun. Another place you guys can find me, I will be at the Clarion on Thursday night. That's kind of my tradition. The last time I went on Thursday night, and I found a lot of great models for great deals, and I'm going to try my luck with it again. I'm really, really hoping I can find some of my grails, like Poseidon or Dionysus. I will also probably be going to the embassy to look at some of the window sales, because I'm really going for the big guns this time, and hopefully I am able to find them. In 2014, when I went to the Clarion, I accidentally ran into Fox Glory 123, AV and Gibby while shopping at the Clarion. I almost literally ran into them, and I was like, oh hey, I know you, and we ended up getting pictures and stuff, and yeah, so that was really fun. The Clarion's enjoyable, because I always have a tendency to run into people that I know, which is really fun, and I'll probably know a lot more people this time around, so it'll probably be an even better experience than in 2014. So, my special run times. My Friday special run time is the absolute last one of the day, which kind of sucks. It's a 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. one, and oh man, and I had a feeling that I was gonna get really late special run times, but I have figured out how to make it work. I will be able to see all the events and things that I want to throughout the day on Friday, and actually, the good thing is about having the late special run time is the fact I'll be able to low-key stalk people who are coming out of the special run line who bought the surprise model so I can see exactly what it is and get a good idea of what I'm buying so I don't accidentally buy something and it ends up being a really nasty model on a really gross mold. Like, ugh, that would be agony. So I'll be able to see what they look like in person, and I really hope it's a good mold. My personal predictions is that it's going to be on the Idicus or the Smarty Jones, or even possibly Bluegrass Bandit. Those are my top 3 possibilities, but we'll have to see. My other special run time is on Saturday, and it's an afternoon one. It's not terrible. I think it's like the 4th one of the day. It's a 2 p.m., 3 p.m. one. Comment your special run times below, and I will let you know if we're anywhere even near each other in line, because that would be pretty cool. So, regarding the celebration model and the special run models for this year, I'm going to end up with 2 of the celebration model brass hat. I was thinking about customizing one or selling one and keeping the other, but I may end up keeping both, and they will be the Weasley twins, and they will be Fred and George, and it will be great. But, I mean, I do like Brass Hat. He's okay. He's very plain. He's just another bay. I have so many bays. I have bays for days, and now I'm going to have another bay. Well, 2 more bays, and it's going to be insanity. I don't totally dislike him because I like the mold, and there's not a lot of bays, or any bays, I think, on the Carrick mold, but I don't know. Personally, I liked last year's celebration model, because personally, I like Marwari's a lot, and his color was a little more interesting. Even though he kind of seemed orange in the pictures, he did look nicer in person. I don't actually own him, but I love him. And, I mean, Brass Hat's okay. He's just kinda, another bay. With the early bird raffle model, I don't know how I feel about him. Most likely, I won't end up winning him at all, because I don't have that kind of luck. The only thing I've ever won in all the raffles I've ever entered in my life anywhere was a radio, and it kind of broke after like 2 or 3 months, so I was like, well, that's just how my luck is. I do like Riddle because I'm a sucker for glossies. He's very pretty, but I do not like the mold. I cannot stand Breyer molds that have the halter built into their face. It just, I just don't like it. The only exception is probably Joey, the one on that mold, Joey from Warhorse, because I like Joey, and he would be my only exception to buying a horse on that mold. The Saturday raffle model on the Shire mold, I love, love, love him. His shading and his markings are gorgeous, and I really am. I'm going to enter the raffle, probably, and I really hope that I win him. The Sunday raffle model as well, Jackpot, he is gorgeous. I am obsessed with the Bristol mold, and I love Appaloosas. And a lot of people don't like him because he's not super interesting, but I personally do. I love him a lot, and I love that mold. And I really wish I owned Bristol, but I am not part of the Collectors Club. I wish I was, but I love that mold. The Breyerfest store specials I will probably be getting on that Friday while waiting for my special run times later in the day. I'm not sure if I will get Sugar. I do like Sugar a lot, but she's kind of plain, and I think she's supposed to be a gelding, but didn't really turn out that way, kind of like Repeat the Beat. I don't know if I will be getting her, but I will consider. Ichabod Crane, however, I love the True North mold, and I love Ichabod Crane, and it makes me think of Johnny Depp's character in Sleepy Hollow, and so his name, I will be getting him, not if, it will be definite. If there has to be bloodshed, I will get Ichabod Crane, but obviously I'm kidding, but I love him so much, and I will definitely be getting him, and yeah, so I don't know how you guys feel about either of them, but I don't know, I've heard positive and negative, but personally, Ichabod Crane is a must. Sugar is questionable because I am trying to watch what I spend money on, and if I'm not truly in love with them, I shouldn't really buy it. So I don't think I'll be getting Sugar, but if I see her in person and end up liking her, then it is a possibility. Now, regarding the special runs, Breyer, by now, obviously, has released all of them so far, and I will be telling you guys which ones I will probably get. First off is Straight Bet, and he is a chestnut on the Duende mold, and he's glossy as well. Now, even though I am a sucker for glossies, I don't know how I feel about him. He's kind of plain, he's not very interesting, his dapples are really light, like you can barely see them, and I don't know if I'll get him. I don't totally dislike him, and possibly if in person his gloss is a lot nicer than in the photos, like it's a heavier gloss, I might consider him, but it's probably a no-go. With Dead Heat, which is going to be a gambler's choice of two different coat colors, a palomino and a chestnut, I do like Dead Heat a lot. However, I have a personal preference of the palomino over the chestnut. The chestnut to me seemed very boring and was kind of a letdown after going from Straight Bet to Dead Heat because they were both chestnut, but when they released that it was a gambler's choice, I actually got a lot more interested because I am in love with that palomino. Might end up getting Dead Heat. I don't know for sure. It is possible, because if God forbid I got the chestnut, I would be pretty disappointed. But I could always trade for another one. So, yeah, I do like Dead Heat. A lot of people love Dead Heat, but, you know, I just kind of like her. Nothing too crazy. With Julep and Pim, I did like those horses a lot, but they're not super incredibly stunning. I do like them, but I'm not sure if I will buy them or not because I'm not completely in love with them. But it is a possibility. They're very cute, and I like the new Mare and Foal set. And I liked it ever since it was released on the Collectors Club models, I believe. I don't know if it was Collectors Club or Web Special. I don't really follow that too much. But, yeah, they're very nice, but it's very questionable if I will get them or not. Inari is a very interesting special run, and it was very interesting that Breyer chose such an intricate type of racing with these elks. And he's very nice, but I'm sorry, Inari, I'm looking more for horses. With Sierra Rose, I love her coat color. I love rose gray Arabians. However, I am not the biggest fan of the Pam mold. I do own one horse on the Pam mold that was given to me by a family friend, and she will always be a special model, but I can't really like Sierra Rose that much. Like, the mold kind of ruins it for me. Now, if it was on the Just a Dream mold, then I would buy that horse immediately, because I love that coat color, but the mold ruins it for me. I'm sorry. With Newmarket. Newmarket is a decorator on the Flash mold, and I do not like him. He's got that bathroom floor tile pattern, and it's just, I just do not like it. I don't really like decorators that much anyway, but he is just kind of bathroomy, I guess. He's just, I can't do it, man. I can't. Now, last but not least of the released special runs is By a Nose, and I am freaking in love with him. He's on one of my favorite molds, on the Lonesome Glory mold, and one of my favorite coat colors ever. It's a Bayronne Pinto, and oh my Jesus, he's gorgeous. And he's a definite yes for me, and I will definitely be getting him on Friday. And I will also try to get the Dark Horse surprise model. I probably will. If I decide it is a nice mold, I will buy the Dark Horse surprise. If not, I'll probably buy him anyway, and I might end up trading him for something else if I do not like him. But yeah, so that's my opinions on the special runs. I would love to hear what you guys think of them in the comments below, so do let me know. I'm very curious what your opinions are. So, I know this is kind of early to plan for this, but I do have an outfit plan out for myself for Friday and Saturday, so people will be able to find me, and for those of you who are not on Instagram, you will know on here. On Friday, I will be wearing my Vengeance Reign t-shirt that I bought from Fox Glory 123 at Breyerfest 2014, and so that'll be pretty easy to find. And you guys know what my face looks like, so just put the face and the shirt together and you'll know where I am. Now, on Saturday, I will be wearing my Knights of Iceland shirt that I also got at Breyerfest 2014, and it has a big, like, Celtic sort of horse design on the back, so you'll probably be able to see me from a distance if I am not wearing a backpack, because I might be, but if I am, the same horse emblem is on the front of my shirt as well, so you guys will be able to find me. So, I'm very short and disappear easily in crowds, so yeah, just look out for me. That'd be great. It is possible for you guys to find me in other places other than the YouTube and Instagram meetups. I will be attending probably a lot of the events like Splash Dogs and the events in the covered arena. I will also probably be attending the raffles because I will most likely be participating in them. I do not live show, so I won't be doing any of that, and I'm probably not going to do any of the contests either. Possibly in the future, one day, I might enter the customs contest once I get my hands on some better equipment. With the Breyer 5K, I would rather not. I don't want to run a marathon with the heat equivalents of the surface of the sun radiating from the concrete. Nah, it's way, way, way too hot up there, and that is coming from a Floridian, so it's pretty bad up there. So I won't be attending that, but I will be attending most or at least a lot of the events in the covered arena. I will also be going to the Celebration of Horses show on Saturday night, I believe. So yeah, you can probably find me there. I do know that a couple friends of mine are going to be there, like Shield Wolf Studios are going to be there on Saturday night, so that will be super cool if you find me there. So yeah, so that is all I have for now regarding all of my plans and everything going on for me for Breyerfest 2018. I will be posting more Breyerfest themed videos as the event gets closer. I will be doing some Breyerfest like advice and all that stuff, so I'll be having a lot of other things and possibly do a speculation video about the surprise models. So yeah, I'll have a lot more stuff coming up, and if you want to see more content and a lot more often, you can check out my Instagram, and the link is in the description. So yeah, feel free to check that out and have a great day.